Welcome back to Little White Books. This is episode 3. Let's remind ourselves of what we've learnt so far. Mr. Happy, or just Happy, as everyone calls him, is under suspicion.
He pretended to be someone else to win back that trust himself.
Nosey told us about a secret meeting with Tickle.
He was different from the rest of us.
Sneeze mentioned a private deal between Happy and Snow.
Happy and Mr. Snow had secret plans, but I wasn't allowed to be part of it.
And according to Tall, Happy blackmailed Mr. Small, threatening to contact a wizard.
So when Mr. Strong's book failed to appear, people started asking questions.
Small, for his part, denies it, but he's known to bend the truth.
Small is a liar, don't trust him.
An election was announced, but Bump claimed it was a performance to cover something else.
It was all a distraction.
Strong thought he could win, fair and square, but lost, and then lost his temper.
Here's the kicker. He didn't get a book like the rest of us.
The Little White Books were everything.
Oh, it was all about Mr. Strong. It was like a triple humiliation.
And just when things were falling apart, Mr. Bounce didn't show up.
Small knew all the places that were dangerous to him. The drains, the mouse traps, the holes in the wall where someone small could get stuck.
A second wave arrival, but very few noticed his absence, or perhaps they were already too hesitant to speak up.
If it was a random choice, why did Happy choose someone that looks like a miniature version of himself?
This was never just about Happy. It's about all the others who helped him.
In this episode, we're about to find out that the Mr. Men are not alone. They've been living happily, like a village that never realised it had neighbours.
It's time for Mr. Silly's Guide to Nonsenseland.
Hello. Welcome to Nonsenseland. I'm Mr. Silly, and this is my home and garden. Nonsenseland has stunning, endless views, and apart from Dillydale, this is the largest region in the Mr. Men nation.
What are you doing out here, Silly? Are you eating ice cream without me?
No, don't worry. This is a microwave phone. I'm just talking to pod people. I'm doing a vertical tour. That's Dotty. Don't mind her. If you listen closely, you'll hear worms playing tiny instruments. They rehearse every Wednesday for our annual jumble sale.
Very good, everyone. Let's run through this again from the top.
The grass is really blue this time of year, and the trees are pink and red. Where you live, it's mainly concrete grey, or if you're lucky, it's green. If you lived here, I know you would care about it as much as we do, not just because it's nature, but also because there's so much of it. When the second wave came, this land changed. The mountains that border Happy Land had been in the far distance, but when I came home, they had moved to just there, walking distance. I was very sad about that, and I was scared. I was alone back then. Just me and the humans. Oh, this hedge is where Mr. Nosey spent an entire month hiding behind so he could spy on me.
Welcome to Nonsenseland.
I'd quite enjoy spending time with Happy because he's intelligent. He was good at teasing me.
First up, this is Mr. Nosey.
He'd say something like, "I wonder what's in that suitcase. You must be curious too. You'd be doing us both a favour by finding out."
So are you saying this was all really about the Little White Books?
Yes. It was all fake, wasn't it? Happy must have thought I was stupid. He planted the case himself for me to open when he drew it to my attention. Inside was a full set of second-wave Mr. Men books. Mr. Forgetful all the way through to Mr. Strong, numbered.
From that point on, the books weren't just stories. Here's Mr. Tickle.
There we all were, on the back cover, and we were numbered. Mr. Strong was number 26. 26. I still number 1, by the way.
The organiser of the event was Mr. Snow.
Tickle decided to tickle Mr. Dizzy, who knocked over a table and egg sandwiches went everywhere. Strong tried furiously to save them when I made the announcement. You know what happened next.
The election was ruined. It was all impeccably well-timed and stage-managed.
So you knew Happy was up to no good. Did you suspect he'd somehow harmed Mr. Bounce?
At that stage, it was entirely possible that Mr. Bounce had not appeared for his own reasons. Maybe he'd been on the bus and bounced out the window. Maybe Mr. Muddle had brought his case in. I had my suspicions about Happy, but I needed evidence. So I followed him all the way to Nonsenseland, where he had a secret meeting with Mr. Silly.
Now, you told me Happy and Mr. Silly were also good friends. Did they have some kind of secret arrangement?
You've got it, yeah.
Someone mentioned that Mr. Nonsense was involved here.
This was the start of the second wave. Mr. Nonsense turned up as part of the third. For now, it was just Mr. Silly, and he was having to come to terms with a big bite taken out of Nonsenseland.
So you wanted to know how Silly was involved. Did you speak to him?
Speak to him? No, but I did follow him home. I watched Mr. Silly's house for 3 weeks. Then Happy showed up, big smile. Hands behind his back, cheerful whistle. They had tea on the patio, following the exact routine he used with Tickle. The crying, the confession, word for word. It had been scripted and rehearsed.
Did Silly fall for it, do you think?
He hugged Happy, offered a bicycle pump, then measured him like a tailor. Silly had suggested a size contest, so I thought it was related. Suddenly he pulls out a box, which grows until it's a garden shed. Happy climbs in and the box shrinks back down. But once the box was small again, Mr. Bounce jumped out.
Sorry. Silly must have been desperate. Probably said, whatever it is, I'll do it. No questions asked. Maybe Happy promised to include Mr. Nonsense in the second wave. 2 Mr. Men in one land would have doubled its size. But Mr. Nonsense never appeared. Instead, Nonsenseland shrank. Mr. Funny showed up, and Silly hated him, just because he wasn't Mr. Nonsense.
I'm amazed there was already this acceptance that Happy could somehow adjust who was in a wave. Even if the deal did go wrong, why didn't Silly question it?
If Happy said it was a secret, I wouldn't ask. I'd just do whatever he said and shut up about it. Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay, so Mr. Nonsense in return for a Nonsenseland shrinking box?
Not quite. The deal didn't go wrong for Happy. Nonsenseland shrank, but Happyland grew. Maybe Silly messed up with the box, but he never blamed Happy. He stuck by him. I guess none of us could imagine anyone lying. Still, you should ask Silly. I don't want to speak for him. Ask why he went through with it, why he kept Happy's secret.
I didn't hate Mr. Funny. This is ridiculous. All this talk of deals and secret meetings. Poppycock. No one ever knew who will be in a wave. I disliked Mr. Funny for the same reason as everyone else. He has no sense of compassion or kindness.
Did he give you the box to prevent Nonsenseland shrinking, or did he promise you Mr. Nonsense? I just want to understand, why did you help him?
Happy hadn't promised me anything. I helped him because he was my friend. We were worried about Mr. Small feeling isolated and ignored.
Mr. Small, really? I'm sorry, no. This just doesn't ring true, I'm afraid. I get that you made some kind of deal with Happy over Nonsenseland, but then you used the box to help him pretend he was Mr. Bounce. Will you admit you were being dishonest?
Not at all. I didn't lie to anyone. I did my bit and kept quiet. Everyone was told that Happy had gone travelling, but I saw a light in his window, so I knew he was there.
So you went to confront him?
Not exactly. It was February, tea time, and it hadn't got dark yet. I looked out the window. It was snowing, but not our yellow snow. It was white.
You went to him for help?
Yes, he knew more about these things, but I lost my temper. I knocked on Happy's door and found Mr. Sneeze there.
Hi, Silly.
It was him. He caused the snowstorm. I confronted him, shouting,
"You did this. You brought horrible human snow to Nonsenseland. Go back to where you came from and take your filthy white snow with you."
So you blamed Sneeze? What made you think he could have done that sort of thing?
Looking back, that was pretty silly of me.
Visit cold land for clean white snow, where fresh, crisp air and icy winds blow. Mr. Sneeze will show you around with pride, and when it's Christmas, Mr. Snow's by your side.
Sadly, Mr. Topsy-Turvy wasn't available to be interviewed for this podcast. Thankfully, though, we do have access to his recorded memoirs, which proved an invaluable resource during our research. In this segment, he reflects on the relationship between the Mr. Men and humans, who lived in a region that overlapped with Mr. Men lands, a place known as Dillydale.
The humans of Nonsenseland blame Mr. Silly for the shrink, of course. But then, it wasn't just there. Humans were fed up of us all over the place. They just didn't fancy the idea that the world could change. And we, the Mr. Men, didn't like the idea that all those human places kind of linked up together to gang up on us all.
Mr. Topsy-Turvy was the first to be properly banned from Dillydale. But Topsy-Turvy Land has no shops or public services, so getting important stuff must have been really tough for him.
Excuse me, could I get the bill, please? The trouble with Dillydale is you have to pay for things with actual money. Do you take Mr. Card?
Humans don't like being tickled. Mr. Men generally love it and it's not a problem. But humans get really hung up on things like consent. They didn't like me going into schools because it caused a distraction. Tickling policemen caused a few car crashes. But back then, I went through a phase of tickling people when they came out of the bank. So they'd drop their money. Humans are very sensitive about their money.
Mr. Topsy-Turvy there. More from him later. He was followed by Miss Wise, Mr. Greedy, and Tickle. Another recording now, this time from Mr. Mean.
Yeah, I hate humans. So what? Wizards. Same filthy breed. A magic spell here, a curse there. Your savings gone. Just because some vacuous wizard scum wants to teach you a lesson. Teach me a lesson? I'm mean. It's not just a name. It's the whole structure. Strip that away and there's nothing left. No me. No mean. Just a hollow space. Like Mr. Miserable. Smiling into oblivion. Gone. Did you read Mr. Messy's book? Yeah. Him being messy, his whole thing, and then two humans show up, Mr. Neat and Mr. Tidy, and decide to clean him up. Strip him down, scrub him raw. He was lucky. So lucky. If they'd been wizards, he'd be undone. Just gone. That's what we lived with. Wizards. Terror in every shadow, every corner. Take another one. I've got plenty. Mr. Lazy's book. That's a horror show. Right there. Lazy must have read Messy's book, seen the writing on the wall. Humans were coming. He knew it. He knew. And when Mr. Sneeze got a hold of Lazy's book, something deep inside called to him. He left the North Pole, his home, gave up everything, just to take care of Lazy. That's what it did to him. That's what the wizards do to all of us. Fear runs like water here. deep underground, halfway between hell itself and where the humans bury their dead. Would you like some black coffee? It's instant.
Mr. Bounce jumps high with a cheerful grin, but he's hiding something deep within. He lands so soft that no one knows where he's been or where he goes.
I'm glad to be here. What would you like to know?
This is Mr. Fussy, a champion chess player and something of an armchair strategist. He spoke to us about the moment Mr. Nosey broke ties with Happy, and instead formed a strategic partnership with Fussy, his fellow green friend.
Happy had given him a reason to monitor everyone, in the interest of keeping a lid on things. But with Nosey gone, Happy needed to continue this vital work. Bounce fit the bill, always hopping about. No one had given him a second glance.
But you were aware of what Happy was doing. How did you feel, knowing you were being watched?
Confident. If he bounced past my house once a week, well, I knew I was off his radar like everyone else. Invisible.
Can I ask you about your little white book? It's the story of your cousin from Australia, Mr. Clumsy, isn't it?
Clumsy. The whole cousin from Australia bit. Cover story. Truth is, he's my twin brother. Different start in life, but cut from the same cloth, really. Clever, brave, charming, identical to me, really. Although he does smell different.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Your book indicates that he was very disruptive and messed up your pristine house, like it's the story of being able to choose your friends but not your relatives.
Well, it's important that I maintain the reputation for cleanliness and order. But I accepted the man's terms and conditions. His name is Clumsy. He is clumsy, and no one has the right to change him.
We'll speak to Mr. Clumsy a bit later. But first I want to introduce another close friend and ally to Mr. Fussy. And it's someone you may not expect.
Fussy acts like he doesn't care, like nothing matters to him. But it does. His reputation, his plans, his little schemes, the moment something goes wrong, he's in pieces.
This is none other than Mr. Lazy.
Yeah, he's a first-class operative. Worked undercover for years.
Me? That's Fussy attempting wit. I honestly haven't the faintest idea what he's on about. I just go where there's a sofa. Somewhere quiet.
We were talking about Mr. Clumsy, who, like Strong, appeared a long time before his book. What do you remember of his early arrival?
I rather like Mr. Clumsy. First impressions, though, he needed a shower. Badly.
And what was Fussy's reaction?
Like he had alarm bells in his head that we could all hear. My telephone rings. He's in an absolute state. Code red. This is an emergency. Get here immediately. Bring an umbrella to obscure yourself from above. Ensure you're not followed. Code red.
This is Mr. Strong.
I got the call from Fussy. I like that he called it a code red. It sounds important. And I'm red. So also important. I open my front door and there's Bounce, supposedly playing in the road with Mr. Dizzy. So I shut the door again and have a think.
Mr. Clever often tells me that he doesn't like me. Once, he even wrote a list of why. And why other people don't like me. All the things that he thought were wrong with me. I was very sad when I read it. Very sad indeed. Then Mr. Happy saw the list and was very cross with Mr. Clever. He sent Mr. Bounce to cheer me up. I like Mr. Bounce. Mr. Happy gave me a new camera and told me to take pictures of everyone I like. Then I could stick their photographs on my wall and see all my friends.
Strong, what was a code red?
Code red? That means it's about the little white books. Tactical advantage, Fussy would say. With Nosey there too, the four of us made an anti-happy resistance group.
So you were called to an emergency meeting. How did you get away from your house if you were being watched by Bounce?
I did what anyone would do with super strength. I started digging. No tools, just my fists. Seemed the obvious solution, really.
How far away was he?
Only a few miles. Would have been fine. But halfway there I dug right into an underground card game. An illicit gambling den operated by worms. Cards and chips everywhere, and not the friendly sort.
The first to arrive at my house was Lazy. He avoided his being accompanied by saying he was coming over for tea and had baked a cake. Well, if you've ever had a cake made by Lazy, wow, you'd know they're best avoided.
I need a louder alarm on my oven to wake me at the correct time.
So, Lazy was there, but I couldn't get Nosey on the phone. Back then, no mobiles. If they weren't in, tough luck. Try again in an hour.
I had a little nap while the others waited for Strong. Then it hit me. If Happy had gotten on, he'd send someone. We didn't have long.
Stick or twist? It's one of the Mr. Men. I think this one is called Mr. Strong. No more bets, please, gentlemen.
I told him I was trying to get to a friend. Didn't want to be seen. There was a bit of a row between a worm in a tie and one in sunglasses.
I want my money back.
Then I hear, "Inform Mr. Happy." Oh, I panicked.
Strong's not a natural diplomat.
The clock was ticking, then a big worm, like a snake, comes in, looks me up and down and takes a puff on his cigar. Don't forget these worms were big gamblers. What he said to me was the best bit of my day. He said, "Do you wrestle?"
Jackpot!
When I finally managed to raise Nosey on the phone, well, I knew we had no time to lose. I made a reckless decision. Told him to come straight away, but it was likely he was being followed.
My tunnel came up under Fussy's kitchen table. Just got out when Clumsy was shoved down the hole, and we covered it with a rug. Then the doorbell rings.
Just as Strong arrived, I opened the door, and it was Mr. Dizzy. Said he thought he'd been invited for tea. And he had this great camera around his neck. "It's my birthday present," he said. "Just trying it out."
He's harmless, and I suppose he was just following orders. But his camera kept going off apparently by accident.
My heart was racing, but I stayed calm. "Don't open the curtains. You'll wake Mr. Lazy. We just wanted him gone." Nosey gave him a slice of burnt cake, hoping that'd put him off. He dropped the cake, but not the camera.
Mr. Nosey.
I tried to distract him with questions, but then he spotted the map.
Nosey and I had mapped out the entirety of where all of the Mr. Men lived. The roads and paths, the shortcuts, everything. And then Dizzy snaps a photo of the lot, seemingly by accident.
He also saw Fussy's list. Who to trust, who's in Happy's pocket, another accidental photo of that, of course.
I looked at the list, reminded me of football teams. I'm the captain of the red team. Mr. Happy here is that yellow team. Oh, look, you're on the green team. And I said to him, "We don't want you on our football team."
Poor Dizzy. He tried to make a quick exit, but tripped over Fussy's foot. Strong handed back the camera, crushed it to pieces, by accident, of course.
Well, with the panic over, I pulled back the rug to get Clumsy out, only to realise he'd fallen back down the hole.
We thought Dizzy had forgotten something, so Fussy and Strong covered the hole up again. I opened the door and it was a wizard, holding the remains of the broken camera. He spoke with the tone of a stern headmaster.
"Mr. Men, I need to teach one of you a lesson."
That was when he cursed me, the most evil magic spell of all. Insomnia. It was absolute torment. As the wizard waved his magic wand at me without mercy, I saw Happy's cheery grin as he bounced away into the distance.
When I opened the shrinking box, I thought I was setting him free. But what I let out wasn't just Mr. Bounce. It was the watching, the paranoia, the crawling sense that eyes were everywhere and none of us could hide. And Happy, always grinning, always pulling strings. He wasn't just watching us, he was bouncing round inside our heads. Don't think about Mr. Happy, but we knew he was thinking about us.
Episode 3 of Little White Books starred, in order of appearance, Rob Jones as Mr. Silly, Benjamin Goff as Nosey, Chris Hirst-Bartlett as Tickle and as Mr. Lazy, Richard Ashwell played Fussy, Jamie A. was Strong, and Mr. Dizzy was performed by Paul Walsh. And there was appearances by Autumn Rose, Mike Morris, Pete Hazell, Adam Grant, and Darren O.
This production is unofficial and not connected to, approved by, or licensed by the rights holders of the Mr. Men and Little Miss characters. Originally created by Roger Hargreaves, Mr. Men and Little Miss are trademarks of THOIP, a Sanrio company. All rights to the original characters and stories belong to them. You'll also hear versions of the theme song All Friends Together throughout the series. The original was written by Dave Cook. The books are published in the UK by Far Shore, an imprint of HarperCollins, and in France by Hachette Jeunesse. You can buy them on the internet if you like. The French ones are much better, always the way with these things.
Okay, that's enough now.
Unhand me.